Bonjour à tous, happy day. Aujourd'hui, on va voir les adjectifs possessifs. À quoi signifie le mot les adjectifs possessifs? So, what does the word possession means? Let's see the definition. In general, possession means something or someone that you own at a particular time. Doesn't necessarily have to be an object, it can also be a person that you can claim to be yourself. It refers to a relation of a person to a thing, human, which is considered to be the owner of and exercise control. So, you are an owner of something or someone, that is called possession. So, les adjective possessive is used to show ownership. So, whenever you are the owner of something or someone, it is your possession. So, les adjective possessive is something which is used to show ownership of the object or the person. So, let us see what are the adjective possessives in English. Possessive adjective, a word that shows possession before a noun. So, the adjective possessive is placed before the noun. For first person singular, it is my. Second person singular, your. Third person singular, his or her. Then for plural forms of the subjects, we have its, their and our. So, in English we have the example of bottle. So, in English we have his bottle, this belongs to him, his bottle, her bottle. So, the possessive adjective in English, his or her, it depends on the subject, it depends on the owner of the object. For example, his bottle or her bottle. The gender of the possessor, the gender of the owner is what is important in English, is what is matters in English, whereas in French it is the opposite. The gender and number of the object matters, it is just the contrary. If the bottle, irrespective of the person who is the owner of the bottle, we consider the gender of the bottle. So, we always know that French is a gender based language. For all the nouns, we consider the gender, whether we look into whether it is singular or plural. Now, let us look into the detail of it. So, possessive adjective is based on the object, so not the subject. Contrary to English, the possessive adjective is based on the object that is owned. So, just like how we saw in English, his bottle, her bottle, we had a difference, but in French you can observe we have sa bouteille. Even if the bottle belongs to a boy, it is sa bouteille. If this bottle belongs to a girl, it is still considered as sa bouteille. Why? Because the gender of the bottle is feminine and it is singular. So, for both the person who owns it, even if it is a male or female, we still say it as sa bouteille in both the cases because the gender of the bottle is feminine and it is singular. So, this is the overview of what is adjective possessive. Now, how to use the adjective possessive? So, adjective possessive is generally used before a noun. So, as you can see, say ma voiture. So, voiture is the noun over here. Voiture means car. Car is feminine singular. So, we have ma, the adjective possessive, it is placed before the noun. Then we have whom the noun belongs to. Yeah, the gender of the subject does not matter, but still we have to consider the subject so that we can frame the according adjective possessive. Now, let us see the tabular column of adjective possessive. This is the tabular column of adjective possessive. Now, the general rulings of adjective possessive are as follows. The form of adjective possessive used in French depends on the grammatical person. Now, what are the grammatical person? Grammatical persons is nothing but the pronom sujet, je, first person singular je, which is I, second person singular tu, which is you, third person singular he or she, which is il or el, and it follows for the plural also. Then adjective possessive is based on the number of the thing possessed. So, the objects, whether it is singular or plural, it decides the adjective possessive. Then the gender of the object possessed. So, whether the object is masculine or feminine. The last one is the first letter of the object possessed. For example, if the object is starting with a vowel or with a consonant. Now the tabular column of adjective possessive is, so for je we have mon, ma, me. So all the three, mon, ma, me, it means my. In English it's translated as my, but the usage it varies, it depends based on the gender, whether it is masculine or feminine, and based on the number, whether it is singular or plural. Then for second person singular we have ton, ta, te. All the three means your. This is the quite tricky and confusing one. Son, sa, se. Son, sa, se, it can be translated as both his or her. Because here, unlike English, we see the gender of the object, not the person. Then we have notre, notre, no. As you can see, for both masculine and feminine, it is the same, notre and notre. Then we have votre, votre, vo. Then leur and leur. The pronunciation is same, leur and leur, even though it ends with an S. So this is a rough chart of adjective possessive. So for je we have mon, ma, me. So mon père. Père means father. Father is masculine singular, so we use mon. Mère. Mère means mother. Mother is feminine singular, so we use ma. Then plural is parent. Parent is parents. Parents is plural, so we are using me. Same example to avoid confusion I have taken. Father, mother and parents. Father is masculine singular, so all the mon, ton, son, everything we can use. Then we have ma, ta and sa for mother, which is feminine singular. Then for plural we have me, te, se, etc. For example, parents. This is for living nouns. For non-living nouns, let's see the examples. So this is for the first person singular we have for je, mon, ma, me, for tu, ton, ta, te, for il and il, son, sa, se. Now let's look into detail with the examples for each and everything. Now let's look into examples in detail. So we have mon, which is used for masculine singular. For example, mon chat, my cat. So cat is masculine singular, so we have used mon. Then we have mon église. Église is church. It's starting with a vowel. So église is feminine, but we can't use ma. In that case, it will be ma église. As you know, both vowels cannot be together in French. For that reason, we use mon. Even though église is feminine, we use mon. So mon église. So using mon avoids vowel clash. So you have another example for feminine singular starting with a consonant, which is ma. Ma means hand. Hand is starting with a consonant and singular, so we are using ma. Ma, ma. Then we have plural, which is me. Me parents. So parents is plural, so we can use me. So always in plural avoids confusion. We don't have to worry whether it's masculine or feminine. If it's plural, you can blindly go for me or te, se, etc. Then for second person singular, we have ton chat, your cat. So cat, as we have discussed, cat is feminine singular, so ton. Ton église. So église is feminine singular starting with a vowel, so we are using ton. Ta main, which is your hand, and tes parents, your parents. So as you observe in English, it is everything is the same. Your cat, your church, your hand, your parents. The your it doesn't change, but whereas in French we have ton, ta, te according to the gender and number. Now next is the confusing and tricky one, which is for il and el. Son chat. Son chat. His cat, or it can also be her cat. So in this context, as we have seen earlier, we should not see the gender of the possessor. We have to see the gender of the possession. Okay. So cat is masculine. So irrespective of the owner of the cat, be it a boy or a girl, we still have to use son chat. Okay. Based on the context, we can translate it as his cat or her cat. So next we have son église, his or her church. Then we have sa man, his or her hand. Then ses parents, his or her parents. So only in this context we should not confuse it with the translation. We always have to see the object whether it is masculine or feminine. Then for plural sujet we have notre, notre, no for nous. Then votre, votre, vos for vous. Leur, leur and leur for il and elle pluriel. So we have notre frère, our brother. So brother is masculine singular, so we have notre. Unlike the singular sujet, we only have notre and no. It's the same for both masculine and feminine, so we don't have any confusion over here. So if it is singular, we use notre. If it's plural, we use no, nos. So notre frère, our brother, it's masculine singular. Then nos frères, our brothers, plural. If it is sœur, which is sister, we still use notre sœur. And if it's starting with a vowel, for example, oncle, uncle, uncle is starting with a vowel, we still use notre. Then for vous, we have votre and vos. Votre frère, your brother, or vos frères, your brothers. Then we have leur. For il and elle pluriel, we have leur. So for leur frère, their brother, leur frère, their brothers. So we have some sentences using adjective possessive. Let's look into them. C'est mon portable. This is my mobile phone. So portable is starting with a consonant and it is masculine, so we use mon. Ce sont leurs voitures. These are their cars. So voitures is plurial, so we are using leur. And also the subject is also plural, so we are using leur, L-E-U-R-S. Next is ce sont mes livres. These are my books. So books is plural, so we are using mes. C'est leur maison. It is their house. So house is feminine singular, but the sujet is il or elle. So we only have L-E-U-R and L-E-U-R-S. We don't have to worry whether it is masculine or feminine. We just have to see whether it's singular or plural. Here maison is singular, so we are using L-E-U-R. So I hope this topic is clear. Merci.